just mean that we're employing technology that they have, right? Is there any more specifics about
it
this?
Looks closer than that. I'll tell you what, if
and I'm not saying it isn't. Look, it definitely scares me. I mean, I don't want to be involved with a country that's doing something like that. And I don't think that's crazy for me to say that either.
Even if it's just this, that means they're not going to have to steal the 2% of defense technology that we don't give them. I'll give you an example. When I was still there, we were developing the F-35. So they came to us and they said, we want the F-35. We want to be the first ones to have the F-35. We said, great, we're going to give you the F-35. We're going to call it the F-35I for Israel. And it's going to have just a barely, slightly degraded avionics system, just in case, God forbid, it doesn't get shot down and then the Chinese and the Russians get it and then they can steal the avionics. They said, no, not good enough. We want the F-35, the same one that you guys fly. In the meantime, the Emirates came to us and they said, we want the F-35. We said, great, we're going to give you the F-35E, we're going to call it, for Emirates, and it's going to have just a slightly degraded avionics package. Same thing we're giving the Israelis. They said, fine, we'll take it. The Israelis then tasked their spies with stealing whatever the downgrade was in the avionics so that they could re-upgrade it once they took delivery of the F-35. Well, now we're just going to share everything with them. We'll just give them the F-35.
But can you fault a country? Like, it's kind of interesting because I think if you think that we're playing like that, I guess I always felt like we were out of the colonization era.
I know, I'm with you.
And
I know what you're getting at.
And so it's like, you can't fault a country really for just trying to survive.
I don't.
Right? And I'm not saying you are. No. I'm thinking out loud. But let me finish this sentence real quick.
Sure.
Sorry, John.
But
yeah, you can't if a country's just trying to survive and they're good at it and better at it than others, then it's like that has to be respected in some senses for sure.
Agreed. I don't fault the Israelis for doing this. If I were the Prime Minister of Israel, I would do the same thing when it comes to acquiring defense technology. I fault the U.S. government, and it makes not one whit of difference if there's a Democrat in the White House or a Republican in the White House. We don't stand up to the Israelis.
Yeah.
I will say Reagan did in the so-called Year of the Spy when Jonathan Pollard was, no, actually it wasn't Reagan by then. It was Clinton, wasn't it? Clinton stood up and said, we're going to prosecute this guy, Pollard. He got 30 years and he did every single day of the 30 years. Mm-hmm. Peaked in 84.
Jonathan
So
Pollard.
when was he arrested? 85. Okay, so it was Reagan. It was Reagan. He did every single day of the 30 years. And then when he got out of prison, Miriam Adelson, or not Miriam Adelson, her husband, it was, what's his name? Adelson. The king of Las Vegas, sent his private jet. The jet took Pollard to Israel. Netanyahu met him at the airport. He kissed the ground. And in an interview, Sheldon Adelson, in an interview, he urged American Jews to take up arms against the American government. And then Huckabee meets with him and welcomes him into the American embassy. I would have shot him if he had come into the American embassy and I were the ambassador.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I think it makes it like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are looking for guidance right now.
I think you're right.
If you're a regular person who we're just trying to get through the week, we want to believe in our country, we get scared that our taxes are going towards like violent things and evil things. That's the thing. It starts to feel like there's something